Welcome back to this week's vlog. I am excited to share with you some adventures I've been having this week in the gardens of San Diego, California, where my daughter Bailey lives. I am most especially excited about the amazing succulents in this area. So today I am going to share those with you, and I don't know about you, but I never grow tired of new types of plants. So I've gotten some new plants from a local nursery, which I love here in this area, and I will give them credit below. And I also want to give you an update what's going on back at home in Colorado. My husband sent me a couple of videos this morning of the orchid that I shared with you last week, and it has bloomed beautifully. So I want to share that with you along with what the baby plants are doing down in our grow room. And yeah, that's it. So let's get going, and I will first show you the orchids, and then we'll do some planting right here in sunny Southern California. While I am here in California holding down the fort for my daughter while she takes a much deserved vacation, my husband is at home holding down the fort at our home. And of course, the minute I walk out the door, what blooms but that Fizz Orchid that I showed you the last couple of weeks as we've talked about orchids. So it was not bloomed at all 4 days ago when I left, and here it is when he sent this morning that it is blooming. And he even said, I don't know when it bloomed. All of a sudden I just looked and there were all these orchids. Isn't it gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful. And they said that they should last for, maybe even 3 months. We'll see. But I am excited to get back home here in another week or so and be able to see them face to face. But my goodness, they just popped so much. And then he sent a picture. He's also taking care of, that sweet husband of mine, all my little seedling babies downstairs. He's pointing out the onions and the geraniums the geraniums are doing very well, getting very strong root systems. And I am so grateful to him for taking care of everything for me, because I know that it's a lot of extra things to ask him to do. But here they are, the onions. He's moved those over. They're starting to get a lot more activity happening with the onions. And then over in the nursery, as I have called it, we've got a few little things happening. Just the lavenders coming up, and there's even one way over in the far corner there he's pointing to that is starting to come up. So I'm feeling very, very hopeful. It's one of those things with seeds, you start to wonder, will anything ever happen? And then they start to, I even see a couple more geraniums over there happening, and of course the artichoke. So it's just lovely to know that these are all doing well back at home while I'm here in Southern California. All right, so first off, we have this cyclamen. Let me bring it up closer to the camera here. Look at this cyclamen. Now, I've tried to look this up. There is a type of cyclamen, Flora cyclamen. Again, we got it at this local greenhouse, but look at the actual blossoms. I've never seen this ruffled look before. I saw Zimmer, but I don't know if that's, to be sure, the name of it. If you know, please let me know. It looks like there's some baby white ones in there too. Absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to put those in here in this pot. These pots have been empty for a bit. There's been a lot of crazy weather here in Southern California. And so I put a little bit of soil amendment in it. Just some Plantone. And so I'm just going to get that up and ready. And then get on these handy dandy gloves. It's always interesting when you're gardening somewhere that isn't home with all your own things in it. But here, oh wait a minute, there is a tag in here. It's called a Crispino mix. There we go, a Crispino mix. So that's what it is. Good to know. I didn't think there was a tag in there. Oh, as I fall over. All right, So we're just going to put this in here, loosen up the roots a bit, and away we go. And I've got some fresh soil as well. I always like to get a little bit of fresh soil, and we'll put that in there. And I've got both, I've never used this brand before, but they had it at the nursery. I got both cactus and succulents for those that I have to do. And then I just got some regular potting soil here as well. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use that to top it off, but right now. And then I'm going to mix that with this succulent right here, which is called a sedum Angelina. Look at the color of that. Is it not beautiful? Just really, that's when Bailey and I, my daughter, and I went shopping for these the other day. It's her birthday, and so I said, all right, what do you want for your birthday pots? And so she picked these out, and I think she did just an amazing job. Again, kind of dry, get those out, but I love how this is going to hang over the edge of the pot. And I also got this little, I like little garden tchotchkes, this little solar light that was at the local drugstore in Pacific Beach where she lives, and I thought it would look nice with that. All right, and what else are we going to put in here? I think I'm going to put this little guy right here is another little beautiful succulent. And I'm putting it right here so that we can see these flowers from inside the house and enjoy them there too. So I'll put a little bit of succulent soil in there as well, and then we'll be good to go. All right, so we've got this all potted in, and I'll give you a close-up at the end here, but this one, I've just set this because the drainage isn't great, and I like to call her Rosarita because she comes from Rosarita, Mexico. So I have just placed this in here like that because the drainage hasn't been very good, and my daughter said that most of the things that have been going in there have been dying. So we're just going to put her like that, easy as that, as we go. Put her right there, and onward we go. Now, whew. One of the things that I wanted to show you, so this is a small patio area, and what I wanted to show you, so it is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We are in the month mid-February here, and so because there is a mountain right behind, let me get out of the direct sunlight so you can see this better. There is a mountain right here with some beautiful, look at those trees. They're amazing, aren't they? But so we're losing sunlight really rapidly, and I think that's why she's been having trouble with the pot. Let me back this up a little bit. The pots that were here previously. So I'm going to move everything out of here and clean this off and put most of them over where we just were because it gets the most sunlight. She can adjust this right in the months ahead as the sun angle changes. Look at, there's the moon up there. If you could see it, but it's up there. We got like a 3/4 moon. Awesome. So I'm going to try to keep most of the stuff over here. I do have a couple of herbs, a tarragon and a rosemary that I think we're going to try to keep here. I don't know. We may end up moving that over there as well, but we'll see what we have room for. But again, it's a pretty small area, so we'll play with it as we can. And I've got some seeds I'm actually going to put in this dirt area here. But yeah, we'll just spread these out a little bit more and away from, because on top of the mountain, we have this wall right here, which adds a shadow in the middle of the day. So we'll continue to work through this, get things planted, and I'll show you what I got when I'm done. All right, well, the sun has gone down behind the mountain there, and everything has been watered in and done. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you just what I got done here today. And I just really want to remind you that your enthusiasm about gardening can inspire another person. Now, my daughter is an amazing chef, and but she doesn't, the garden is a little bit more of something that she doesn't have a lot of time for. She just finished writing a cookbook. She's got a lot going on. So when you can come help somebody to make their garden space, small or large, better, it's always good. So let's turn the camera around. Let me show you what I've done here. So I removed all the plants. They were all lined up along here, which again, reminder, we've got the mountain there, shadows coming in around 2:30ish each afternoon, starting to change. I'm going to wash this patio down after we're finished here and put all my doodads away. And then I put everything again here also to remind her that they're out here, that she can see the plants from the house so that she will enjoy them more. I may move them around a little bit more, but this gathering right here is just a lovely little spot to sit and enjoy the garden space. All right, and with that, we're going to leave her little garden, because when you leave this space, there are so many beautiful gardens also all around that I'm going to take you. Oh, this is a pineapple. It's a pineapple plant she has growing. So there is a variety, and she has a variety of plants indoors as well. And look at this cacti here. Not sure what that is, but that's awesome. So she definitely can do it. It's just getting that boost, right? Who can you help to boost with their garden? And it's fun to go play in somebody else's garden, and I really do see it as play. Actually, the fairy lover in me, I just got her this fairy yesterday too. Isn't she the sweetest? All right, so let's go look at some gardens around the neighborhood, and we'll take it from there. All right, here we go on our succulent tour, and I'm going to do more next week as well because I'll be here for another week or so. And look at the architecture. That's really what I want to talk about, is how people have implemented the succulents into their homes. This combination of flowers with those beautiful succulents, and it's just absolutely gorgeous here in spring in San Diego. And then you look at something like this where there's a combination of the cacti with the rest of the succulents and the rock work. I love that walk. I wanted to walk up and ask him how they did that walkway, really. And look at the little rings on the flower rings. It looks like little people with the cacti, and just so many different varieties in this one yard, along with the rocks, and just really making it look like you were out in the desert. It's just beautiful. And with the architecture of the home, here's one that it was just this fence with the cacti, and just quite lovely. I think it's everything from the flowers that we see to, I mean, look at those flowers, and I'll have more for you next week too. I just have seen some phenomenal. There's my granddaughter Coco and Pina, as we were taking them out on a walk with Kate, my son's girlfriend, and just observing so much along our way that was just a reminder that anything is possible when you put your imagination into something. And look at how the lemon tree just works so well with all of that landscape. Look at the size of that succulent. I don't know about you, I've seen them smaller than that, but when I saw that today, it was so huge. And again, just going right along with the architecture of the home, very xeriscape minded, not using lots of water, and having them all work together. Again, that beautiful flower, those yellow flowers are just amazing. And this is just every house we walked past seemed to have a look all of its own, which was just so amazing. And look at this with this stainless steel fence. Again, just really looking at each of the specific plants and giving them a voice of their own, if you want to look at it that way. And then just looking back, look at that. What a brilliant idea. And today I'm going to leave you with these bougainvilleas with the promise that I'll be back next week in our vlog to share more. And that's it for this week. Thanks for growing with us. And we will see you next time. And in the meantime, be sure to like, comment, let us know what really resonated for you in this video, and then of course be sure to subscribe at no cost to you and be updated when we have new videos up to play.